That was the Socratesian advantage. As soon as the other philosopher talks whatever he learned and as a scholar, Socrates would start seeing what the other person is talking about. And you also saw that. Now you can also talk. Perhaps in that talking you can perhaps uh, outperform the other person. Because the other person is talking about his scholarly understanding about the referent. Whereas you see the referent itself directly. Get the point? All right. So this is why I am pointing out a very missing element in your performance, in your expressions, in your exercise, etc., etc. When I do this, you also have to make a note. Now I told you something most of the time I told, which I repeated. As soon as someone starts talking, why he is talking about a referent, whether an internal referent or an external referent or some subtle referent or whatever it is. So try to see those reference. Then you will remember everything about the referent as well as the context in which that referent was presented. That's what I do. And that's what you should be doing if you want to become a trainer or a mystic leader or a guide or a guru. Otherwise, you would miss the critical points where you can enter the mind of another person. Then you can give an immediate shift. You have to patiently wait for that opportunity to see the missing element. That's what the essence of creativity therapy too. That's what I mentioned in the context of guiding somebody. For example, when a girl is what you call 100% determined and convinced about marrying a person against the wishes of the parents, the parents are and the brothers are continuously telling her a whole lot of ideas to dissuade her from that decision. The priest of the church comes and tells her a lot. When that such a person comes to you, the first thing is that your awareness that you cannot tell her any of the common ideas because she has been meditating on it for the last 1 year. No father, no mother, no priest can tell her a point which she has missed in considering her difficult decision. I have seen a father, for example, telling that if she does that, I will die by heart attack. And I told her, this she had already considered. See? So, in order to prevent her from that decision, if you say, oh, my girl, if you go like that, I will die, etc., that won't work. So, you have to patiently wait for a gap. And you have to pitch in exactly through that gap. And even when you enter through that gap, don't tell her to change the decision. Because when you say that, instantly her defenses will be turned on. Oh, my dear, oh, I see. After all, you are coming to this point, okay? So just don't tell that. Enter through the gap and put a totally different seed. That's all. Which she cannot comprehend at that point of time. And when she leaves, you give her all the best to get her own choice of marriage. But she will definitely cancel it, no doubt. If the seed is a real seed. So it requires, this is called real listening. In management classes, in other classes, they talk a lot about stupid theories of communication, sender, receiver, all nonsense. That won't work. The concept of communication itself is utter nonsense. It is exchange of language. Like genius is a general term, communication is just a general term. You communicate either through talking or by writing, or when you're talking, you may have a little bit of expressions and movements of the body. That's all. All right, Tintin, wonderful. But in this point, the others are in the problem. But again, I have a question to Tintin. That is about your clarity about what you said. If you were clear about your observation that this picture is symbolic of the original emptiness of the mind and then things falling into that, and if you're sure about that, one, point number one. Point number two, I told two, three times that your point is absolutely valid. Despite that, when I told you something missing, then the only remaining thing is that only. That's what you said. And then when you project, because I am continuing to say this, you could imagine possibly there could have been a session in between, or not necessarily. That the problem is with my saying that from the last session, because that was the only extra concept we mentioned. Do you remember, Tintin? So the problem is likely to be located there. When you said many responses and when I said no, then try the remaining points. The remaining point is your reference to the last session. Get the point, Tintin and others.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Good point. Any other interpretation?
Sir, I have a question here.
All right.
Sir, though Tintin's point was valid, it was not exactly a response to the question you had asked earlier. So, wasn't that also a missing point?
Earlier meaning which one, Anuradha?
You asked what is the purpose of interpretation, or what is the direction of interpretation you would like to go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That's a good point, Anuradha. But that question was basically to all of you. But as you said, Tintin also could have answered that first. That's what Anuradha points out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is the second missing element. Yeah. So this has linkages with the in general tendency of Tintin, which I had pointed out sometime back also. That you may quickly enter into a picture without considering the variables in full details. That's because Tintin felt that you have an interpretation. Secondly, Tintin thought that this is the beginning of, or this is the first session where this figure is interpreted. That could be a reason. That is it. Anyway, look, forget about the ideas being conveyed here. Rather, on the other hand, try to understand the clues about the required steps of evolution of your discovering the geniusness of yourself. The required parameters of geniusness, the sharpness of your understanding and interpreting the environment, including the sharpness of understanding the very you. That's the ultimate. And by the way, in the last session, Anuradha may in between asked two times, or rather indicated that she wanted to say something. But I could not hear that. When I replied it, I heard it. Would you like to talk about that now?
Yes, sir.
Ah.
Uh, but that will be about an interpretation and not answer to your question.
Yeah,
So,
okay, all right, okay. Then, question that I will ask again. So, begin with your interpretation. So, I will keep the,
okay.
all right.
Okay, the interpretation about that picture was that I felt the drops falling out of different sizes and shapes, but irrespective of the size or shape of the drops falling, they all fall into a common pool, or the what I thought would be the mind. and it assume the same form.
Same from where?
Ultimately, when it falls into the pool of water, all of them are taken the same form, and you can't differentiate between the drop and the pool.
That's a beautiful point. She is taking it to a different level. If provided if it is water drops falling into water pool, right?
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay, beautiful. Yeah.
So
That's
the
again, by the way, that's a marvelous interpretation. Marvelous interpretation. But that interpretation can be further interpreted.
yes.
What is that?
So I taken the droplets as the inputs or ideas coming in, and once they fall into the mind, they all taken a shape which is more a property of the mind rather than the property of the drops falling in, the ideas falling in.
Beautiful. One. Wonderful. Keep it. Write it down. You can write it a thesis on whatever we are doing, because this is what is happening in the world. It can happen very positively. Like Chinmayanandan reads Bhagavad Gita and he makes a great lot of extensions and expansions in a positive direction. Whereas in normal interpersonal relationships, even in international relationships, the dialogue of somebody or the statement of somebody is taken, and taking it very cleverly, they make a reinterpretation, which is contradicting or which is debating the others' input. And in interpersonal conflicts, that is what is so often happening. So husband says something and wife says something and husband says, no, no, I did not mean that. Then what else you would mean? And most of the time, if you analyze the data of interpersonal language, you can always see words are interchanged. This is what Anuradha, there is a proverb in Malayalam. എന്താണ് ക്ഷീരമുള്ള ഒരു അവിട്ടിൻ ചുവട്ടിലും ചോര തന്നെ കൊതുകിന്റെ തൗതു. So our പോത്തിന്റെ ചുവട്ടിൽ വേദമുത. So whatever wonderful things you tell a person, finally it gets dissolved or diluted or contaminated or eliminated or destroyed and subdued by the dominant statistics or the existing mindsets of the listener.
Yes, yeah.
You know? That's why I told you, for example, if you're trying to introduce a real shift in perception to a person, you look for a gap, you introduce a totally different seed, and never say what was the intent of that seed. Because if you say the purpose of that seed, the other person will become immediately defensive. So you have to, in other words, you have to change a person without ever telling him to change, for example. So I'm moving on to further extensions of what Anuradha pointed out. It was a beautiful point. So anyway, I asked it right now. This is something which you also have to do. I would not have done this because there is no reason for me to replay the entire thing. Even now I am hearing it as if somebody else's dialogues, and still I am open for changes or defects in my own dialogues to you. But of course, I will not, I am absolutely sure that I will not make a mistake in my dialogues, no doubt. But I miss certain things. Of course, I have missed a whole lot of things to talk to you, but that there is no time. But yesterday, I realized that I know twice I wanted to say something, but actually I did not hear that. But as soon as I saw this, first thing was that I should ask her what she was about to say. This is the concern, this is the responsiveness which every one of you must maintain. This should be the evidence of your not taking anything for granted, not taking anybody for granted. All right, coming back. Okay, all right, that is of course that is That is a problem of the world. That is to be researched. What Anuradha said should be thoroughly researched by a deep psychological dimension. You know why? Because of some things which we always talk or which you are aware. The world, or rather the so-called leaders, the religious leaders, social leaders, other great books, they are all continuously telling wonderful, unique, sublime, creative, original, evolutionary ideas to people. What is happening to those ideas? And they say ideas can change the world. Only ideas are possible. You see, you can train a little child in doing certain things, taking the hand, holding a pencil and writing. After that, it's all through dialogues and dialogues only. I always tell my students, master your language. Of course, they don't understand. Because the only one tool of a leader or a manager is language. You just cannot enter the body of another person and replace a gearbox. Not only for managers, for everybody. And it is much more critical for a mystic. When you become a mystic, you do not know what kind of people are going to come to you and what kind of questions you may face.
Hello, sir.
Sir's connection is lost.